Hello students of class 7. Welcome to the online tutorial classes for Vidya Bhavan High Secondary School. This video is for class 7 chemistry and the chapter that I will continue today is the physical and chemical changes. In the previous video in this chapter we have discussed about a special kind of change, that is a slow change and fast change. Today we will discuss about the natural and man-made changes first. Natural and man-made. As the name suggests, the changes that are occurring naturally without any help of any human being or any animals, these are called natural changes. And man-made change means the changes that are done by us. We are doing something, that is why these changes are happening. Okay. Some of the changes takes place in nature by itself and they're never ending. Such changes are called natural changes. The formation of the coal from dead and decaying plants in the it's a natural change. As well as the oil fuel gas production is also the natural change. It is not man-made. The people cannot make that. It can be produced by the natural. Examples of the natural change can be day-night, can be the change of season, can be the changes of like everything, like food is ripening or something normally, that is occurring naturally. Okay, earthquakes, the growth of the living organisms, everything is called natural change. And what are the man-made changes then? The man-made changes are mainly the formation of steel from raw iron. So the changes are happening for the needs of the mankind. The man-made changes are mainly happen due to the need of the mankind, and due to that only they are changing, they are producing something, they are making new things, and these are all changes. Okay, I think you understood this part. The next change will be periodic and non-periodic changes. Periodic and non-periodic changes. Okay, so periodic changes means the changes that occur after a sudden interval of time. These are periodic or non-periodic changes. So what are the periodic changes? The periodic changes are the changes which occurs after a sudden interval of time. You can think about the day-night. Every day in a certain time the sun rises from the east and then it goes to the west, then night came. After 24 hours in the same time the sun rises. Okay, so this is a periodical change, like after a sudden period the same phenomena is occurring day by day, right? In the same way, if you take one pendulum clock and you hold it like that, and then you do one thing, like the clock is like ringing here, if you just push it, it will go to a certain distance and then it will come back. Okay, after a certain period of time, and the time lapse is fixed. Okay, after it will come only after that certain period of time. Same way when the clock is running, okay, after some time, after 1 hour, every hands of that clock will be in the same place, right? Only the hour part will run for five years. Like after 1 hour, if beforehand it was 4, now it will be 5, but other all hands will be in same place. So they are coming after a certain period of time. That is why it is called the periodic changes. The changes that are repeated at regular intervals of time are called the periodic changes. All these changes occur a fixed time period and they are bound to take place. Examples like changing day-night, seasons like summer, winter, everything is coming one after another. Full moon and new moon nights, these are also coming after 15 days. Developing of the high tides and the low tides, this is also coming after 12 hours. Changes that are not repeated at regular intervals and occur irregularly are called non-periodic changes. Like tsunami. It is not a regular change, okay? Like any natural calamity. You can talk about any rain, any flood, any earthquake. These are not coming after a sudden interval. Okay, so these are all non-periodic changes. Okay, so some non-periodic changes example now I am giving, like landslides. In the hilly area, landslide is very common, and this landslide actually no one knows when the landslide will happen. Okay, the scientists can like detect that in this time it can happen, but there is no such fixed time schedule that in this time it will happen. So it is not a periodic change, it is not a periodic phenomena, it is a non-periodic change. Earthquakes. I told you that more or less all the natural calamities are non-periodic, that we don't know and that when these problems will arise, but it can arise at any time. It is not a periodic thing. In same way, the earthquake is also not a periodic thing. Sorry, it is a non-periodic change. Okay. Same way, in day-to-day life, we get like fever, sneeze, headache. These are some non-periodic changes that occur around as within us. So an epidemic, a sudden shower of rain, like the COVID virus, it is not a periodic change, right? The non-periodic, no one knows when the graph will increase and when the graph will decrease. This is also a non-periodic change. So thunder, lightning also are the examples of the non-periodic changes. So in this video, we learned about the natural and man-made changes, like the changes that are normally occurring by the nature, and the man-made which are done by us, the first one. And now we learn about the periodic and non-periodic changes. The periodic changes are the changes that comes after a certain interval, and the non-periodic changes are the changes that does not come after a fixed interval, that can come at any time, that can give a devastating things like the earthquakes, like the floods, like the epidemic diseases, etc. But these are not periodic. Okay, so the examples you have to learn very carefully, and then only you can answer those questions and give the examples. You can make the new examples by your own, that what are the periodic changes, what are the non-periodic changes, what are the natural, what are the man-made changes, etc. Okay. In the next video, I will start with the desirable and undesirable changes. Okay, and I will discuss everything about it and giving you the examples of it. Till then, thank you very much.